Hey, what's up guys? Avi here, just coming to you with a quick video today about the question of whether all of your muscles should be receiving equal attention during your workouts. So before I get into this thing, I'm just going to clear up my terminology of what I mean by all muscles receiving equal attention. Let's say hypothetically that someone trained their legs 15 minutes, their arms 15 minutes, their chest 15 minutes. They did this for all of the relative muscle groups that people commonly train during their workouts. That would be all the muscles receiving equal attention. So now that we got that nomenclature out of the way, let's get into this thing. We're going to be going over this from two perspectives today, the athletic and aesthetic standpoint, and we're going to cover the athletic perspective first. So why does this not make any sense from an athletic perspective? Well, unless you're a bodybuilder, this just doesn't make any sense because you need to be trained specific to your sport. For bodybuilding, it makes sense. Why does it make sense in bodybuilding? Because in bodybuilding, you're judged equally for all the muscle groups in your body, so it would make sense to appear equal on stage. You want to make sure that you are training all of your muscle groups equally. With that said though, guys, if you're doing one of the big four sports, baseball, basketball, football, hockey, or pretty much any other sport, you're not going to be training all the muscle groups equally in your body. Why is that? Because in the big four sports, you're going to be training explosively, which has nothing to do with training all of the muscle groups in your body equally. Or if you're a cross-country guy or a long-distance runner in general, you're going to be training for endurance. The other question you need to ask yourself if you're part of the big four sports is, does cardiovascular fitness require in your sport? Is it required in your sport? They are for all of them excluding baseball. So for basketball, football, and hockey, I would recommend 2 insanity, intense cardio sessions a week. And this is going to be great for you guys because it'll put your cardiovascular conditioning just so far above the rest of the competition. In the third quarter, fourth quarter, when everyone else starts tanking, you're just going to be coming up. You're just going to be coming up like the rooster under the sun. So you're going to be doing great with that. Baseball, I would recommend 2 light cardio sessions a week. You do not need to beat yourself like a dead horse here. That's all that's necessary. On the other hand, don't miss out on these light cardio sessions. You don't want to be the guy at the end of the game that's so tired that he just wants to go to In-N-Out Burger after the game to make himself happy. You don't want to be that guy. Trust me, I've seen it happen in real time. So, I did say I was going to talk about how to train explosively for these sports, and now I'm going to do that. Why should you train explosively for these sports? Because you need to get your type 2 fibers, or better known fast twitch fibers. You need to get that fast twitch fiber count higher in your muscles to perform better. These fast twitch fibers are what allow you to be explosive. And they're not endurance fibers, they're for that single moment. Hitting the ball, throwing the ball, tackling the dude, driving to the hoop, flinging the puck into the goal. It's for all of that one defined moment. And the more type 2 fibers you have in your muscle, the more explosive you're going to be at that defined moment. And moreover, if you're training explosively, you're also going to be developing further what is called central nervous system efficiency. Central nervous efficiency is when you get your synapses, remember the mind-muscle connection video, the synapses in your muscle that allow your muscles to contract, it gets them firing more efficiently and quicker. So like we just said with the type 2 fibers, it plays right along with that. At that moment of definition in your sport, hitting the ball, you're going to be better at it. You're going to be quicker at it. You're going to be more powerful at it. That's why you train explosively, guys. And now you may be wondering, how do I train explosively? Well, I'm not going to cover that in this video because that's another whole video in and of itself. So I will be covering that in the very near future. But anyway, the other question is, if you're an endurance athlete, what you should be doing. And if you're an endurance athlete, all I would recommend is just some general fitness in the weight room, some simple lower body movements, simple upper body movements, squats, lunges, bicep curls, bench press, just basic stuff, but you don't want to be going heavy. You just want to make sure that you're generally strong. Other than that though, most of your energy should be going into your sport itself and developing higher cardiovascular fitness for your endurance sport. So, moving on to the aesthetic standpoint, now that we have got the athletic perspective out of the way. If you haven't watched my golden ratio video, go and watch it now because this is going to be very confusing if you haven't watched it. So for the aesthetic standpoint, you do want to be training for the golden ratio, which automatically makes this question right here, should we be receiving all equal attention for all of our muscles, just doesn't make any sense, so another big fat no to that. In my opinion, you should be training legs once a week if you're training for golden ratio, because you want to be able to have nice enough legs to be, nice, but you don't want it to be just overly bearing your physique like Ronnie Coleman. If you don't know who that is, look him up. You're living under a rock. But anyway, guys, you want to make sure that you're training for that golden ratio. What I mean is you need to be focusing most of your time in the gym training your shoulders, back, chest, and I recommend 2 training your arms. But for the legs, once a week, and if you're really lagging with the legs, I would say you could push it to 2 a week, but no more than that. It's just not necessary. You need to be focusing more of your time elsewhere in the gym. It's just not worth it. And if you're like me, I don't do this personally, but if you are like me and you have overly big legs just naturally just because of genetics, you could opt to just not train legs at all, but I still train legs once a week just because I like to be balanced in my workouts, and I just like training my legs. So I still have it once a week in my workouts. I think we covered everything on this video today on the board. So, you got any comments, questions, concerns, leave it in the comment sections or email me directly. Subscribe if you like the video, and that's it for today, guys. Catch y'all later.